What's going on? This is my life in the shot. I'm your host, Donald Washington. That was the shooting of a 13-year-old boy, a 7th grader on the 800 block of North Cicero Avenue. The family story's going to read. They're putting this picture out of him. And I'm going to show you why this is relevant. That's the picture the mainstream media is putting out. So now they're going to say, family of an unarmed 13-year-old boy shot by CPD files a lawsuit. They're saying he was unarmed. And CPD is also backing that, saying that he was unarmed. I'm going to bring you guys on what they're saying he allegedly did. However, this is the picture the mainstream media is putting out. I'm going to also bring you guys in this video. I'm going to bring you guys to the scene. I'm going to bring you guys out there and what everybody is saying. I'm also bring you guys this story here. They are really looking for this young man. They allege pulled out a gun during a live taping. I'm also bring you guys. This is D Nice, the man that found the girl chained up. He's going to give an interview on the Crime Chasers channel. So now, I want to show you guys on what somebody else put out. They put this picture out. So the mainstream media put this out. Somebody else posted this underneath that newscast, and they said stop putting this 1st grade picture out and show the truth. I swear the mainstream media is always trying to dumb it down. Bleep, 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 bleep. Alright, let me show you guys what the story is going to read and what this young man is accused of. Before I show the video again, I want to show you what they're saying this young man did. They're saying, first I'm going to show you what happened. They're saying an officer chased AG. He's 13 years old, so they're not giving his real name. Cool. On a foot, chased him on foot. Teen jumped out of a stolen Honda. But I'm going to bring you guys to what the CPD is saying. So they say Superintendent David Brown said the boy turned towards the officer when he was shot, but would not comment on whether his hands were raised. No weapon was found at the scene, despite radio traffic amongst officers during the chase saying the young man fired at pursuing officers. That wasn't true. So somebody over the radio intensified that situation by saying they were shot at, and they wasn't, because he didn't have a gun. The Honda Accord was left running on the 100 block of West Randolph Street. The car then was used in a carjacking the next night in Oak Park when somebody in a black face mask stole a Honda CRV, left running with the 3-year-old inside. Somebody stole it with a 3-year-old inside. But you could see the young man running. And you could see him kind of, I had to bleep it out when they shoot. YouTube is going to act a plumb fool if I don't. You could see him turning around, but you can't see if his hands, it's very blurry. So you can't see if his hands in the air. When he turns around, boom. So you can't see whether he's about to turn around and throw his hands up. I couldn't tell whether his hands was up. The unscripted video is on my Instagram. Watch it. You're going to see the young man. It's true. It does look like he turns around, but you can't tell whether his hands were up. So as soon as he turns, boom, and he was hitting the back. So he's running, and boom. It looks like he was turned around. I couldn't tell whether his hands were up, but as soon as he turns around, boom. Also, you know, when it first happened that night, they were saying nobody rendered aid to him, and it looked like they standing around. They picked him up and put him down right there. So a lot of people were saying, oh, no aid was rendered. It says at 10:30 at night. Now, question is going to come, you know, why was a 13-year-old boy out at that time? 13. Street lights on, young man. You need to be at the crib. So this is it at that marathon right there. The marathon is right down here. I'm trying to take you guys out there. Fast forward this. All right, so this is the marathon right here, right where it happened at. This is the marathon where it happened at. I mean, this is exact spot. This is exact spot right here. He was running right there. So he was running from right over here. Jumped out that car, ran right there, and that's where it happened at. Right there. That's where it happened at, right there. So, people were saying that's his mother and a team of lawyers that's filing the lawsuit. They're saying he was unarmed and posed no threat, and that he was actually turning around to throw his hands up. In the video, you can't see him turning around. You can't see his arms really, but you can't see him turning around, and boom, they already hit him. Either way, you know, they're saying, hey, but here's what people were saying. They're like, this is crazy. Let me pull this up a little bit more. They're saying this is crazy. When he is better, he should be held accountable for carjacking. The people whose car it was carjacked pressed charges on the mother. She should be accountable for her son's actions. Somebody said, notice who you don't see up there is a father for the young man. Somebody else saying disgusting and completely unacceptable. The mother is an enabler. She is responsible why this happened to her son, not the police. Why is the mother garnering all this support? Because of the criminal actions of her offspring. If he hadn't got caught, he would have. If he hadn't got caught when he did, this car would have been people been put at risk. This is ridiculous. All right. Yeah, why was this young man out at 10:30 at night in Austin, out of all the neighborhoods in the world, in the community? I brought you guys 96 in 2001 murders in this one community alone. Alone. All right, also, a lot of people are saying, yo, and I did, this was bananas. I thought it was too, but a lot of people were saying, yo, that is not a gun, and that is a TV remote. That's what people, I cannot tell right there. But the police are for real seriously after this dude. They got an active warrant saying, yo, they want him from aggravated assault. They say they want him from aggravated assault. They want him. And they don't know what is. A lot of people are saying that's a TV remote, a Roku remote, to be exact, is with everybody. But the police are saying Area 3 detectives are seeking the identity of the above person in relation to the aggravated assault with the firearm. They actually got an active warrant out for him. Person of interest, 18 to 25 years old. They're saying that's him. They saying he pulled it out from his pants. The offender brandished a suspect firearm and pointed in the direction of the victims and fled the scene on foot. They actually got an active, but if you ask me, they don't know what it was. Everybody's saying it's a Roku remote. I cannot tell in this video. All right, so this is D Nice. This is the man, the hero that saved that girl chained up in an abandoned house. I'm not going to show you guys everything. I'm not going to upload it to my Instagram because it's already on Martin G. Johnson, the crime chaser, on his Facebook page. So you guys can check it out on Facebook, Martin G. Johnson. I don't know if he has it on his Instagram.
They said, no, you ain't finna do that in our community. But this is my community. And God best believe, you might have tore that house down, but I got that feel. So we're going to talk about that feel. But other than that, dude has been caught.
Yeah, because, man, it was a little sketchy there. There was a lot of holes in that story. I was like, you got to come with it. So that's why this is perfect timing, though. Perfect time.
Guess what, y'all? Everybody that's got abandoned properties inside their community
known to do this crime that has been identified according to
that raped her and chained her up and left her in the building. So to those of y'all out there, pray for Michelle, pray for the community, and start watching out for y'all abandoned buildings. That's all I got to say. Anything else, You know, we all good, man, but dude has been caught.
Let's go. So we're gonna post. You want to show us picture? Or
No,
you want me to get
Martin gonna post this picture, y'all.
All right, so now that picture was posted to Facebook of the suspected assailant. That is on Martin G. Johnson's page. Also, abandoned buildings. In that, I also talk about I went to home auctions. And in certain communities, there's entities got laptops and they're buying up all the properties. And guess what they're doing with them? Absolutely nothing. They're letting them rot. My thing is why? And if you go on the MLS, if you go on Realtor.com or any of these websites, those homes are not for sale. Anybody could, if there's an abandoned house, it should be for sale. Or if people ain't paying the taxes, it should be taken and put on that tax auction that I went to. But they're not for sale. Somebody owns them. Somebody owns them. And guess what they're doing with a lot of those properties? Most of those properties. Absolutely nothing. So therefore, let's say if your mother got a house or you got a house on this block and they buy 3 houses on that block and let them rot. Now you want to sell your house, but you bought your house for 150 and you trying to get 170 now. They will say, no, homie. There's a house on your block. They gonna come and say, you got a house here, and a house here, and a house here that's only worth 20,000. So now your house is only worth the average on that block. So now you can't sell your house. So now instead of selling your house, you just gotta rent it and Section 8 that joint. Because you can't sell it. Because now the property value then went so far down because these 3 rotten homes on your house. So therefore your property value just skyrocketed down. So now the only thing you could do is rent it out. If I'm an appraiser and you got 3 houses on your block that's only worth 20 and you trying to get 170, it ain't going to fly. Appraisers do the average on the block. So y'all got to watch that. Make sure you go to your alderman. Make sure you go to the mayor of your city, your town, whoever's in charge of that town. Make sure they have an ordinance that says if that house is not fixed up in 90 days after purchase, that house is lost to the city. And therefore you can take that house and put it for sale, put good tenants in there, get people in there to buy it. And therefore you ain't got abandoned house. So we need to go to the home meetings in the towns and find out what's being done with abandoned homes. And hopefully that situation with the girl being chained up in the house for weeks won't ever happen again. Anyway, please you guys like, subscribe, let me know what you think about this video. Peace.